Hopefully, you're now all pumped up and ready to get started. Our next section will cover self-directed IRAs. If you're already familiar with what a self-directed IRA is, then feel free to skip this section. However, I recommend that all of you watch it anyway. You want to get a solid refresher, potentially learn something new about how to properly utilize the self-directed IRA tool. We want to make sure that you completely understand all of the benefits and all the options that the self-directed IRA provides. I can't emphasize enough how important it is that you learn this tool inside and out. Everything that I'm teaching here should be done as much as possible within a tax-deferred account, solely for the tax advantages that it provides. Think about it. It allows you to pay fewer taxes and keep more money in your pocket. That way you can reinvest all the money you make instead of having to give the IRS a hefty chunk of it. Self-directed IRAs are the new standard for how everyone in America will be investing moving forward. The wealthy have been utilizing them for years, and your children will grow up using them as the norm. So let's get you up to speed so you too can share in the benefits of self-directed IRAs. This section covers the basics on self-directed IRAs, which are the heavily underutilized yet extremely valuable tool that is required to allow most Americans to practice private lending within a tax-deferred retirement account. Private lending can be done with cash or other monies not within a tax-deferred vehicle. But in order to maximize the returns and keep more money in your pocket, we highly recommend that you do as much investing as possible from within a tax-deferred vehicle such as a self-directed IRA. So let's define what exactly is a self-directed IRA. And to make it easier, let's break it into two parts for this definition. What is an IRA, and what exactly does it mean when you are self-directed? Well, an IRA, or individual retirement account, is an account that gives investors very specific tax advantages. A traditional IRA, or your common 401k, will allow you to put away pre-tax money and grow the money over time without having to pay any taxes on it while it remains inside the account. You then pay taxes on the money as you pull it out of the account down the line. The advantage of this is that you can reinvest greater chunks of your money without having to take losses by giving a share of the profits to Uncle Sam. So, all the money that you put into the account, the contributions, and the money that it makes as it grows, you are not being taxed on. But as you pull money out of the account after the age of 59 and a half is when you will have to pay taxes on that. A Roth IRA is the opposite. You pay your taxes up front as the money goes into the IRA. This allows the money to grow tax-free, and down the line, when you pull the funds out, you will owe zero taxes on the money later on. The advantage of this is that you could take a relatively small Roth and grow it to any amount you can imagine while only having paid taxes on the smaller amount. So the money that goes into the account, the contributions, are what's actually taxed, the smaller amount. You grow that money as large as you want to, and you are not having to pay taxes on any of that money as you utilize it later into retirement. Determining which account is right for you is something that varies on a person-to-person basis. At the end of the course, I'm going to provide you the tool that will help you determine which type of account that's right for you. Regardless of which type of account you're in, at the age of 59 and a half, you're able to start drawing from these accounts without having to pay any tax penalties. Whether you go traditional IRA or Roth IRA is insignificant. Just make sure that you're utilizing at least one of the two. Both vehicles offer superior tax advantages that will allow you to save or make more money versus just doing private lending with cash. The term self-directed is just a descriptive term. It's not a legal term. It just describes the type of features and benefits that the actual IRA offers. So you can have a self-directed traditional IRA, a self-directed Roth IRA, even a self-directed 401k. Self-directed accounts have been getting a lot of publicity lately. So instead of me giving you a brief introduction to what the benefits of a self-directed IRA are, I'm going to show you a quick clip that aired recently on the Today Show. So for those of you with a slow internet connection, bear with me, it's only 60 seconds. For everyone else, enjoy.
This morning on Today's Money, new ways to think about your IRAs. Mitt Romney has gotten some attention recently for holding as much as $100 million in his individual retirement account, and it includes many alternative investments. So could these be right for you? Well, we've got today financial editor Jean Chaskey here to help sort this out for us. Hey, Jean, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we're really getting a window in how the very wealthy are using their money by looking at a candidate like Mitt Romney.
And the not so very wealthy. I mean, one of the things that we've seen over the past couple of years as the stock market has fallen out of favor with a lot of people is people looking for different things to put in their retirement accounts. And one of the nice things about IRAs is you can put almost anything in there except for life insurance and collectibles like art and antiques.
For example?
For example, horses, cattle, limited partnerships, things that, stocks that aren't even traded, and real estate. A lot of people are putting real estate in, but you have to understand, if you want to go with one of these alternative asset IRAs, you can't do it typically at a regular bank or brokerage account. You need a provider that is set up to deal with these assets.
There's going to have to be a person designated to manage your fund?
Well, you're going to want a company that specializes in managing them. There's an association called the Retirement Trust Industry Association of these sorts of IRA custodians, so they can point you in the right direction.
So when does it make sense to go to something that is as alternative as this alternative IRA?
Well, one of the benefits of IRAs, all IRAs, is that the assets in the account grow tax deferred until you have to pull them out at age 70 and a half, or if you're looking at a Roth IRA, they grow tax deferred forever because you pay the taxes up front. So that can be hugely beneficial.
I don't know what part of that video I enjoy more. The part about having to never pay taxes again, or that little caption along the bottom that calls self-directed IRAs the sexier way to retire. I'm not going to go quite as far as to call it sexy, but the returns and additional options that it provides sure are attractive to me. Ultimately, the difference between a self-directed account and the types of accounts that you're used to is the custodian. The custodian is the bank or retail broker that is licensed and bonded to hold tax-deferred money. So if you have Edward Jones is your custodian, but they also offer financial advisory services. Most of you have these IRAs or 401ks that are held by a custodian that holds your money, so that way they can tell you how to invest it. They will be your custodian and hold your money, but you're limited to investing into the products that they offer, which are mainly stock market and annuity-based investments. A self-directed IRA custodian doesn't offer any type of financial advisory services. Therefore, they do not limit what you can invest in. All they do is charge you a flat, small fee to hold your money annually and give you the freedom to invest your money however it is that you choose that you want to. A self-directed IRA cuts out the middleman, such as your financial advisor. You are now in control of your own money, and you no longer have anyone telling you what you can and you can't do with your own hard-earned money. The financial advisor middleman has a natural conflict of interest. They have to steer you into investments that their brokers offer. Most of these investments at your brokerage pay your advisor a commission. Often these commissions, or loads, on a mutual fund are not disclosed on your statement, so you don't even know that you're paying them. So because of these commissions, financial advisors also have to deal with placing you into investments that will also be lucrative to them, to where they can't give you 100% completely selfless advice. That's their conflict of interest. So the truth is, no one cares more about your money than you do. That is why every day Americans are turning to self-directed IRAs to take control of their retirement accounts, because they understand that the volatile stock market and conflicted financial advisors will not get them to the level of financial security that they want and that they deserve. If achieving financial security is all of our goals, we have to make sure that we find the right investments that will get us there. And now that we can invest into virtually anything within a self-directed IRA, there are just a few things that we cannot invest in with our self-directed IRA. Here's a screenshot directly from the IRS website. It says here clearly that the only 3 things that you cannot invest in with a self-directed IRA are collectibles, such as art, stamps, and antiques. You can't invest into life insurance. And you can't invest into yourself, which is called self-dealing, which means you can't go buy the house that you're living in with the IRA and live in it tax-free. But you can go buy the house next door. You should always hold your self-directed IRA with a knowledgeable and compliant IRA custodian who will be there to guide you and ensure that you don't make any costly mistakes on how you structure your investments within your self-directed IRA. So if that's all you can't do, imagine the possibilities of what you can do. You can invest into all types of real estate. You can become the bank and lend your money out and become the private lender. You can also lend on real estate transactions. You can flip homes. You can invest into physical, precious metals, gold, silver. You can invest in mechanical and farming equipment. You can invest into cattle. And of course, you can still invest into the stock market. Here's a short list of just some of the possibilities that exist out there for you. Look at the number of options. Tons and tons of options. But at the end of the day, let's recap what you can do. You can A, invest in the stock market, B, real estate, C, business, D, other, or E, all of the above. Obviously, the answer is all of the above. Invest into whatever it is that's going to get you the return and the peace of mind that makes you happy. Self-directed IRAs give you the opportunity to take your own hard-earned money and invest it into whatever it is that you want. This allows you to choose safer and more predictable investments that provide you the peace of mind knowing how your money is working for you instead of having to leave it up to chance within the stock market. Opening a self-directed IRA is really easy and can be achieved by following the very simple 3-step process. The first thing you need to do is open an account. The paperwork is minimal and is quite frankly just the first step in getting yourself into control. Not all self-directed IRA custodians are equal. They differ greatly on fees, customer service, and the extras, bells and whistles. Now that you've opened the account, the next step is to fund the account and put some money into it. So there's 2 ways of going about doing this. The first is that you can make a new contribution. The 2013 contribution amounts are as follows. Under the age of 50, you're able to contribute up to $5,500 a year. Over the age of 50, you can contribute up to $6,500 a year. That's for each of you. So if you're married, each of you can put that amount in. The minimum amount needed to open an account is $500. So all of you out there who don't have any retirement accounts established, now's the time to get started. You need to scrap up that $500 and start taking action now and getting onto the path of financial success. Once a year passes, you're not able to go back and contribute for previous years. So don't miss out on your opportunity to contribute every single year. So get started and put away every dollar that you can so we can shelter it from the IRS. The second way to fund the account is to transfer an existing retirement account, such as a previous 401k from an old employer, an IRA, a Roth IRA, TSPs, 403bs, and many other types of qualified accounts. If you're unsure if your account can be rolled into a self-directed account, at the end of the course, I will provide you with a personal one-on-one help that can help you look into whether you can do that or not and get you the answer that you're looking for. The beauty of this is that transferring or rolling over any of these accounts do not count as a taxable event. So you will not have to pay any taxes for transferring the account you have now into a self-directed IRA account. So now that you've funded your account, the next thing you need to do is make an investment and get that money growing. This Private Lending 101 course provides you the foundation for your new self-directed IRA. This private lending strategy that you're learning how to do, becoming the bank, is exactly what you need when you get started with your self-directed IRA to be making money right away. So let's just recap the 3-step process. All you need to do is open the account, fund the account, put some money in there, and then make an investment and let it grow. If you have any additional questions regarding self-directed IRAs, or if you're ready to start the process, the one-on-one help that I will provide at the end of this course will help you with all of that for free. Now that you understand how you can grow your money tax-free with the self-directed IRA, it's time to start learning about private lending itself so we can get that self-directed IRA to work.